This is your main man RJ from the Ringside Rant, heard only on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. So go over and subscribe across all your major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher to hear every great interview I have every Monday on the Visionaries Wrestling Network. Go over and follow the show's page on Twitter @_Ringside Rant. Follow the network's page @BizWrestleNet. And, as always, embrace the vision.
Hello, friends. This is Spencer Love, your host of Over the Top Rope on the Win Column Sports Network. Don't forget you can head to wincolumnsports.ca for all of your previews, reviews, and breaking news from the world of wrestling, be it your major promotions or from the great province of Alberta, Canada. Now, back to Sounds of Struggle with your hosts, Chris Parrish and Meniac.
We're back with episode 97 of the Sounds of Struggle. I'm Chris Parrish.
I'm Jeremy Roenick.
Ooh, what about Joe Thornton?
Team Canada.
Oh.
And this is the Connor McPodcast.
Connor McStruggle episode? The McStruggles.
Struggly McStrugglesome.
Well, maybe that could get us a McDonald's deal.
That would be McSweet. It's just too bad they don't have McBeer here.
Right? But maybe we can bring back the McRib.
Nah, I'm good.
Or the pizza.
I don't McNeed that. Oh, I would love some pizza.
The pizza was not bad.
Some McZa.
What else? What else that was awesome?
40-piece chicken nugget meal.
How many? Okay, when they actually had 40 nuggets, how many of those would you actually eat? Or
40.
Would you eat them all?
Plus a large fry. Plus a large drink.
Would you dip your nuggets in the McFlurry?
Oh, actually, I didn't usually get McFlurry. That's a good idea. Should have done that. Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
I'll have the 20 again, though. So.
Yeah, but 20's fucking Bush League.
Forget that. Just do
20's like the AHL of McFucking.
It is
chicken.
like the CFL to the real thing, right?
I will not say that. As the AFL.
CXFL!
Yes, it could be.
Which still could very well have better ratings than the CFL.
It is possible.
Yeah. So, I talked no wrestling last week.
Well, let's talk all wrestling this week.
I think our fans want wrestling.
Okay, let me clear something up.
Yeah.
I was not on a second honeymoon. I don't know who decided that was a genius idea to write that. I was McHammered.
I didn't say you were on your second honeymoon.
No, I know.
So it's probably Mike the Ref being
it was written in the description saying that I was on a second honeymoon.
Yeah, Mike.
I haven't even gone on a first honeymoon.
Mike the Ref does the description.
For the summertime.
Yeah.
So he can McFuck off.
I know your stamina. You can't do 2 honeymoons that quick.
Fuck, I can't afford 2 honeymoons. It's not a question of stamina. It's a question of finances. So, anyways, I was McHammered and McPartying with my McTitle that I McRegot. McRegot.
Wow. Yeah, now
I am not McSober right McNow.
McReally.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, McDeer. The McDeer coming this summer.
Old McDeer.
Old McDeer had a McFarm? Mickey I, McO.
Drank the McBeer.
Yes, got the McDrunk.
Now, if McDonald's actually had a beer, would they call it the McBeer? That'd be awesome.
It'd be definitely at least called McBooze.
Oh, so yeah, that wrestling.
I got my title back finally.
Yeah, because you
finally got fucking cleared.
Yeah, you got
and then almost got uncleared because I got so blackout that I forgot my name for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Hence why I wasn't here last week.
That was self-induced.
Oh, very much so. I was McPartying really McHard.
After watching McGregor get beat up.
McRaped. Yeah.
Which we called, actually. We actually called that he would not win that fight.
We did.
So
I don't think we thought it was going to go 4 rounds.
No. But we did say that, if went to the ground, he was done.
Yeah. Which I still think that first round was even. I don't think anyone won that one.
No.
Second round was definitely...
You give it to Khabib because he controlled the fight. He got the takedown, and Conor didn't really do anything.
Second round was definitely Khabib kicking the shit out of him.
Third round was
actually Conor.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
Fourth round was Khabib. And then the
fourth round, the finish was Khabib.
Yeah.
And the melee afterwards was McAwesome.
Yeah. It was everything you wished UFC would never do, but it did.
No, I'm happy. I want that to happen more. Everything is wrestling.
Everything is wrestling.
Speaking of which, Conor and Khabib have both been suspended as of today, October 15th.
Except for apparently us talking on this podcast has nothing wrestling yet.
We'll get to it. Save the best for last. So, yeah, they're both suspended now, apparently, which that's going to be interesting to see.
Well, Khabib's already said if my brothers can't come back to the UFC, I will not fight him again.
Which I don't even know if he needs to fight, to be honest.
And then,
really?
And then right away on the dirt sheets, does Khabib have a WWE deal in place?
I'd say more likely if he ended up going to Bellator, but still he had to get out of his contract first, which the UFC, in a matter of spite because of who Dana White is, will not let that happen. There's no McFucking way.
He might do it. I actually
let him go?
I think he might.
No, he's kind of a prick when it comes to that stuff. I don't think he would. Also, did you hear that HBO dropped the boxing contract they've had for the last 45 years?
Yeah.
That's impressive. Where's boxing going now? Straight to the McShitter?
Well, probably. It's been in the McDoghouse for days.
For McYears.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, it's too bad. It's a lot of...
The Sweet Science is no longer on the HBO.
No. Maybe Showtime will pick him up. I know they already have one, though.
Maybe Sylvester Stallone can go back and get some boxing fights under...
McRocky? So, last week, how much baseball did you talk?
I pretty much, because I did the podcast during the final game of the Yankees-Red Sox series.
So, we know that the Red Sox won.
Yeah, so I said, they were leading at the time. They almost coughed it up, but they kept the win, so I pretty much said that there's going to be Red Sox, Astros, Dodgers, Brewers, and then I kind of hoped for a Brewers-Astros final.
Me too, actually. That's who I'm thinking.
And then I actually kind of want the Brewers to win. So, you got a team who won, who was named after a beer.
I'd be okay with that.
So, yeah.
Amazingly enough, not my favorite team. You think it would be, but it's not.
No.
Although, if I had to choose a favorite team from Milwaukee, it'd probably be the Beers. Yeah, it's basketball reference.
Well, the Brewers aren't too close away from being...
Yeah, pretty much, a baseball team.
They're just like guys who made the beer, right?
Pretty much.
So the beers are inside them?
Speaking of Brewers, they're actually going to play the Jays in a preseason game in Montreal next year. So that's something.
Everybody plays a preseason game against Toronto and Montreal.
The entire league?
Pretty much.
They have a 31-team fucking startup? Sweet.
But remember, a couple months ago, we were making fun of Milwaukee, and then we didn't realize how good they were doing.
You made fun of Milwaukee?
We were making fun of Milwaukee, literally, because we thought it was funny that, they still have a team, and then we were like, they're actually doing quite well.
I thought we were making fun of the Bucks. I didn't think we were making fun of the Brewers.
No, yeah, we're making fun of the Brewers.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, we will put our foots in our collective McMouths.
Well, in all honesty, we don't really care that much about baseball to the point of watching it every day for 10
months? Yeah. No, not so much.
Well, it's not 10 months, is it?
I don't know.
They started in, March, April?
I don't know.
Go to October, so it's 8, 9, I guess. close.
Close 10.
Yeah.
Also, apparently the Blue Jays acquired right-handed pitcher Julian Merriweather from the Cleveland Indians as part of that player to be named later for Josh Donaldson. So that finally became a thing.
I completely forgot that Cleveland was in the playoffs. And then
they got just steamrolled.
Yeah, and then part of me was like, man, it'd be really funny if they won. And then you saw Donaldson and Edwin just hold up that trophy. And it's
with big middle fingers towards Toronto. Right over Lake Ontario.
With their chief Wahoo.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone now.
Which I do not like, but what can I say? What do I know? What else do we have here?
Some of my favorite baseball movies include the Chief Wahoo.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good old Major League.
Favorite baseball movies, yes.
Well, not my favorite baseball movies, but some of my most favorite. There's a lot of good baseball movies out there.
I can only think of Field of Dreams, that's it.
Well, the Major Leagues.
Yeah?
You got Field of Dreams for sure.
Never seen it.
Sandlot.
Yeah. Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah. Robin was in that movie, and so was...
Robin.
Yeah. The kid ended up playing Robin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Rosie O'Donnell, nice. Yeah. The Rookie.
What's his
Moneyball?
Moneyball's actually really good. McConaughey was in that movie too. He was the center fielder.
Oh, we're talking Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sandlot. What the fuck?
No, but the same guy who played Luis Mendoza was in the Sandlot.
Yes, he is.
Like guitar.
So he's done 2 sports. Good for him.
And then you have For Love of the Game, Bull Durham.
Never seen it.
Oh man, another 2 movies that have Kevin Costner. Great movies.
Kevin Costner loves his fucking baseball movies, eh?
He's good in baseball and football. I mean, he did a few. I mean, but you can go back and listen to that one because we did cover a sport movie episode.
That was weeks ago, months ago.
That was like within their first probably 10 episodes.
No.
20?
I'm thinking around 50 for some reason is what I'm thinking. But anyways, in our first year.
It was like
Good year ago, anyways. The other thing I have for football is Eric Reed took a knee during the anthem at first Panthers game. Do we care? Like, I know there's a rule against it. Do we really care?
No.
Do we move on? Yeah,
so I think a lot of the Florida Panthers take a knee during hockey games.
Yeah, fair enough. Up to and including Luongo.
It's unfortunate that he got hurt.
Who?
Luongo.
Yeah, what happened there?
I don't really know. But then I love his response. He's like, "Oh yeah, what has kept you from being like her for so long?" He's like, "Pasta."
Pasta and pizza.
I consider pizza to be pasta.
It's Italian. McTallion. It's really McTallion.
Yeah.
I have a couple things here. Let's go hockey. The Blackhawks are the first team in NHL history to need overtime in the first 5 consecutive games of the season. At least they're getting 1 point per game. At least they got that going.
Yeah.
I hope they continue out there the entire year because at least they'll make the playoffs.
And in spite of our number 97 podcast, Connor McDavid, he has, I think, is on his way of setting some history.
Which is what?
The Oilers, he has a point on every Oilers goal so far this year.
That's impressive. That's impressive, but at the same time, it's really bad.
Yeah. But they're only 1 and 2, so.
Yeah. Also, it was Kane's 1,000th game yesterday.
And he punched a cab driver to acknowledge.
I don't know why I said Kane. Sorry, I meant Keith. I don't know why I said Kane. There's a K there. Duncan Keith's 1,000th game.
Well, then his wife slept with a teammate in order to honor.
Who was actually ironically there and presented him with a silver stick. So that's a thing. But what's lost in all this?
Now, was that his silver stick or somebody else's? Swing.
What's lost in all this is Seabrook's actually at 1,009 games, which puts him as the longest consecutive D-man, or D-man with the most consecutive games for the Blackhawks of all time. But that's completely lost in the fact that Keith only has 1,000 games, which is weird.
Well, it's because he got his 1,000th game at the end of last year, which kind of really didn't mean. I don't want to say didn't mean as much, but the team wasn't doing well.
The team was sucking dick.
So
sucking McDick.
Kind of really,
Yeah. And to go back a couple weeks to our captain stuff.
Yeah.
2 more have been named. Eichel is captain of Sabres and Anders Lee captain of the Islanders.
Yeah, we were totally wrong on the Islanders.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Eichel was pretty much named right after the episode.
Yeah. It seems to happen whenever we talk about something that night or the next day. It happens.
All right, we win the lottery.
Cool, wouldn't that be nice?
Right.
Also back to the Blackhawks. Taves got a hat trick. Like the first, second game. They're actually playing fairly well. I'm pretty happy with that. It's kind of nice. And now we get into the suspensions. Tom Wilson got suspended for 20 games.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Although Devontae Smith-Pelly disagrees with the ruling. But to be fair...
He's a teammate. Of course he does.
To be fair, he's a teammate and we don't give a fuck what he is.
Yeah. Also, Watson had his suspension reduced to 18.
18 games, yeah. Which is...
You know what, I
guess good? I mean...
Well, you know what's funny? In that, his girlfriend actually has already come out and said what he did was not domestic abuse.
So who called it in then? Because I thought she did.
That's exactly the thing. So now it's like, well, shouldn't even be a thing.
Well, no, if she didn't testify or anything, then I don't, that's weird. That's strange. Also, Mike Matheson just got suspended for 2 games for his dirty hit on Elias Peterson.
You know what? The hit itself wasn't dirty, but him throwing him to into the ice.
It was the attempted spike pile driver to the ice.
In today's NHL, that's going to be a suspension all the time now.
Oh, absolutely. Which now Elias Peterson is on the 7 to 10 day IR because of concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Which, when he fell, it didn't look bad. But I guess just, it rattled him.
It just shows hockey players don't want to take a bump.
Yeah, that's true.
Tuck your head.
Yeah, no, that is very true. But it's kind of funny when you think about it. You go back to, what was it, Rock'em Sock'em 94.
Uh-oh.
That kind of stuff was normal.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, you go back 20 years and you're allowed to actually touch the quarterback when you tackle him.
That's true.
So.
On a side note, Green Bay won tonight.
Yeah.
Woo! Yay!
Clay Matthews did not get a ref in the pass or penalty, and Mason Crosby made all of his field goals. An extra 4
It was
conversions.
a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually all of my teams this week won.
And one more week has gone by with since last Monday's game. Drew Brees hasn't played. Tom Brady has. Drew Brees still has a record. Tom Brady, suck a dick.
Wow, was Tom Brady really close?
Well, everyone always fucking jumps on the sucking the Tom Brady dick wagon. So
Tom McBrady dick.
So, I just want to point it out. He still don't have 72,000 yards passing.
Huh? Congratulations to McBreeze for that McSweet stuff.
Only the McDrew has it.
McDrew can be called the McGoat, in my McPinion. Now let's go to some injuries, because apparently there's quite a lot in the NHL. Everyone's getting hurt this year. Travis Hamonic, he's out for a while, suffering a facial fracture.
He got punched in the face by Branson. He got manhandled.
Yes, he did.
You're going to think twice about stepping up for your teammate.
Justin Schultz just expected to miss the next 4 months after undergoing surgery to repair fractured lower left leg. I haven't seen it, but I heard it was like a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, well,
which looked, from the sound of it, looked absolutely
It was like
horrendous.
watching him play defense for the Oilers. It wasn't pretty.
It was awful. Well, fair enough. Golden Knights are going to be without Paul Stastny for the next 2 months because of a undisclosed lower body injury.
Yeah.
Van Riemsdyk is out 5 to 6 weeks after suffering a lower body injury. I don't know if they named what that is yet.
I am just going to assume they both have erectile dysfunction until proven otherwise.
JVR can't get hard. He's mixed soft and not in his hands. Well, maybe if he's holding it.
Pull softy.
Thornton was placed on the IR after experiencing swelling in the surgically repaired knee. No structural damage, though, so that's, I guess, good.
Yeah.
Luongo is injured.
See what happens when you shave your beard, Joe? Just saying.
Luongo was placed on injured reserve. Looks like one of his players fell on his right leg, and it looks like he has an MCL strain.
See? Not the right time to take a knee when your goalie's...
No, not at all. Jonathan Quick's on injured reserve. Didn't say why, though. I'm sure it's something groin related.
Ooh, slow burn.
Yeah. Matt Murray's been diagnosed with a concussion. Everyone's getting hurt. Who else is it? Getzlaff, my bald brethren, he's on IR for groin injury. I guess
The lower body.
Perry was too rough for them, I guess. And then I think that's it for injuries, but that's a hell of a lot to start the season.
It's like a chunk of names too.
The fairly prominent names for teams. Speaking of prominent names for teams, Hendrick and Daniel Sedin, who are still the most relevant Canucks.
Yeah, they're getting their jerseys retired.
Yes, they are. Next season on the 50-year anniversary, which they play their entire careers there. I mean, yeah, they probably deserve it. Has I would assume Linden's number's been retired, and
Berets just got retired.
What about Naslund?
I think so.
Yeah.
And then Kirk McLean too.
What about Mark Messier? He played a whole bunch of seasons there. All like 3.
And the one thing I found out, remember how a few months back we were wondering why New York was retiring 11 for this random guy, and then we're like, what about Messier? It's because they already have retired the 11 for Messier, and they've retired the same number more than once.
Oh.
So that's, I found that out.
Well, there we go. And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, the more you know.
Exactly. Speaking of knowing more, Rick Nash remains undecided about whether he'll play in the NHL again. I don't know what that means, because nobody wants him.
Well, apparently a report came out and said he was going to announce his retirement, and his agent and him clarified, said no or not, and then people thought that he was coming back, and then he's like, I haven't made a decision what I'm doing yet. I just don't want people saying what I'm doing when I haven't made that decision.
Yeah. Yeah, it's...
I don't know. I would actually take him, knowing, like, especially with the Oilers' like lack of depth on the wing.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be the worst idea. They're talking about, like, on the radio today if they should pick up Marco Dano off waivers from Winnipeg, or not from Winnipeg. Yeah, from Winnipeg.
Yeah.
I'm like,
why though?
No, I don't know. But Colorado put in a claim for him and have him now.
So there you go.
Don't matter.
Yeah. Did you hear about...
by the way, speaking of Winnipeg, they finally wore those third jerseys with the lettering, or not really. They don't look too bad. Everything filled in, they're not the worst.
I'd have to see them to be sure, but I don't know. They still look fucking practice jerseys.
When everything was plain, it looked bad.
Yeah.
But when it was more filled out, it wasn't like bad.
I'll have to look that up later. I don't know. To me, they still look just like practice jerseys.
I still like the colors. Like, the colors on them aren't bad.
Did you hear about the start of the season? The Senators dropped heavy beach balls on fans during warm-ups and actually injured a couple kids and spilt a ton of beer. Man, they can't do anything, right?
No.
Although I will give...
But the team hasn't even played that bad.
I say, I'll give them this. They actually honored Ray Emery, so what they did was pretty nice there.
Was that why they dropped the beach balls on him?
Too soon. But no. Oh, and sorry, also 1,000th game to Thomas Plekanec. He had that happen tonight, I guess. So there's that. But yeah, I know you're enjoying your comments. So I'm just going to keep going in.
Because I wasn't even thinking about that until later.
Yeah, they dropped the beach balls on him and he died. You're an asshole.
It's like, a little late, eh?
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about the death thing until...
So, Hockey Night in Canada, right after my last podcast of 2 weeks ago, they came up with a thing that I thought was very interesting. They have 5 predictions for this season. And no particular order. The Leafs are not going to win the Cup.
Okay, that's a good one.
Vegas will win the Cup.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
Right now. Oilers won't make the playoffs.
You know what? I don't think they will either.
Leafs, Flames, and Jets will make the playoffs.
I agree.
And Ottawa comes in absolute last.
Possibility.
I don't know if Vegas keeps playing like they have been. They're not making the playoffs at all.
No, but Vegas has a goalie that can steal them games.
Which he helped me win this week in fantasy.
And he made some ridiculous saves the other night.
Redonkulous.
So if Fleury can play like he did last year again this year, they have a shot.
Oh, for sure.
Carlson needs to have at least 80% production.
A good, 80 points
from what he did last year.
Yeah.
Like, if he can get 30, 35 instead of 40 goals, I'm sure that'll help.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like when the Oilers made the playoffs and then they had that year afterwards. A lot of people don't take Vegas for
granted.
Exactly anymore. So they know what they're going to get. They know when they go there, they actually have to... They're not taking them lightly, so...
Yeah.
Well...
NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly said the hope is to have the next World Cup of hockey in the fall of 2020.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'll be...
However...
Which could be the first time you see Crosby and McDavid play together.
Yep. However...
And Stamkos, that'd be gross.
However, Daly adds holding the next tournament is contingent on neither the NHL or the NHLPA exercising its right to terminate collective bargaining agreement next year. If the agreement gets terminated or reopened, World Cup is likely not going to happen. So they basically have to come to a new deal before, or just not, go on strike in 2021.
Well, I think that's more what he was saying.
Yeah. If they're threatening to go on strike or whatever, they probably won't hold them, which
no,
I guess I get.
My thing is, are they going to do the Olympics ever again?
Who knows?
Like,
wasn't it all based in contingent on the fact that it was in South Korea and it wasn't safe? They did 2014. That was in Russia, and Sochi was a butthole of that country.
I know.
So I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. But seeing Crosby and McDavid together would be sweet. Crosby, McDavid, Stamkos. That's your forward line for the power play. Yes.
With probably Doughty and Pietrangelo.
Pietrangelo, maybe Weber if he has a good season.
Who got named for the captain of the Canadians?
Yes, we didn't mention that. I forgot, yeah.
No.
Captain of the Canadians is Weber.
And Rangers haven't announced a captain yet.
They have not?
They have not.
No.
No captain
surprising for the Rangers.
I still think Kreider is going to be the captain.
Ugh. Not Jimmy Vesey?
No.
What about Zuccarello?
See, I think Zuccarello might actually get traded this year.
You think so?
I think he might be a trade deadline deal. Because I think he only has 1 year left on his deal. And I think he might be too much. I think they might look at a guy like him and be like, oh, he can net us a return. And I think they're in rebuild mode.
Well, fair enough.
That's another reason why I think Kreider would make a captain material, because he is a longevity guy there. He's a veteran.
Fucking plug when it comes to running goalies over.
Yeah, well, they got to score somehow.
Fair enough. Okay, on to the wrestling. 2 weeks ago, I made my grand return to MPW, reclaimed my title. Hooray!
Oh.
And yeah, last week, or I guess a few days ago, you were in Bonnyville?
Bonnyville.
How was that?
Good. I beat Lumberjack Larry.
Okay.
Huh.
I'd ask if you want a hand for that, but I'd be actually a little more shocked if you didn't.
No. I mean, just saying.
Yeah. Tell you did that. That's good. Hold on.
And then, yeah.
A good job?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which, by the way, thanks for coming out in Edmonton. Because Massive Damage is a douche canoe.
A giant dick pickle.
Yeah.
He's a pickled dick.
He...
Yes, I'm turning and joining, which...
He's a vagina flavor twat.
I don't know who books MPW, but that was dumb.
Right?
Well, maybe he's went off script. I don't know, because I wasn't there. I showed up late because, well, I was trying to get fucking cleared, which I did. I literally got a text message from GM or Commissioner Mike, and he's like, please help. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. And I'm like, well, I'm not Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I'll help, I guess.
Maybe you just knew you were tired of Han Solo.
I don't want to be Han Solo anymore. I want to be...
And see? And because of that, you had that second honeymoon.
Yeah, I guess, right? Fucking guy.
Yeah. Masturbation references with Star Wars.
Sure. But yeah, so I'm back. We're going to kick their asses next month at the Fans Bring the Dildos night. Actually, I'm going to be a little upset if they don't bring one this year.
Well, they just seem to get bigger and more colorful every year.
I want them to bring like a foot-long black one this year.
Foot long. Who's got the foot long? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I can't toss it this year, so I'd have to do something else. I don't know. Maybe we could do like the limbo with the dildo.
Dildo limbo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for we use it and we just clothesline people. You can hold the dildo and use it to clothesline people. It's a cock line! So many ideas! Anyways, let's jump into some other wrestling thing. John, do you have any? Well, I guess we can ask coming up afterwards.
Yeah.
Pac is back!
Pac is back.
Pac is back! Returned to Dragon Gate and joined Red Faction, which I guess is a bunch of heels. I don't know much about Dragon Gate.
No.
He's back.
I'm kind of surprised of all the places he went to Dragon Gate.
I'm not. That's where he made like a biggest splash for himself over in Japan.
I know, but it's not like as big nowadays, and I'm sure there's other places he could have made a bigger splash on.
I'm sure he'll eventually go to like Ring of Honor or other places like that.
Well, I'm just thinking, like, New Japan was probably like the thing for him to go
Yeah,
to.
but he seems like a guy who's very loyal to the brands. That
And like, I don't know, if you were like the Bullet Club, was he not like that perfect guy to...
But that would be contingent on the fact that he had to go to New Japan first. Because they don't really have... I mean, I think they have some stuff outside New Japan, but the main focus is everyone who's part of Bullet Club has to be approved by New Japan head office.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Still could have done the elite stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Which, I don't know, I was hearing a rumor that the Bullet Club as we know it could change immensely. Because Tama Tonga and their group could claim the name Bullet Club, and the Bullet Club we know could just be known as the Elite.
I could see that. I could see them going with that storyline, changing it up, making it different.
And there's been a lot of references about WWE between Cody and Tama Tonga lately.
Has there?
Yeah, especially like tweets
that.
back and forth and stuff like that.
Huh.
Apparently each other are wishing each other the best in their next chapter in WWE.
Interesting.
I mean, it is very interesting.
And then on the most recent being the Elite episode, they've done like a bunch of stuff like time is ticking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like they're hinting at some stuff. It's interesting.
I mean, a lot of that stuff is because their contracts with Ring of Honor and New Japan end, I think, at the end of the year. Yeah, something like that. So, I mean...
No, and I get it. But it's interesting to see
part of me doesn't expect any of them to sign in WWE, but...
They would lose a lot of creative control and everything. I don't know if they want to do that.
I don't know. Yeah, but at the same time, too, I think they'd be able to bring a juggernaut to WWE that will still... Well, I mean, take an account, I mean... They wouldn't have to do everything nowadays. And that could be something that they might just want to get away from.
True. That is true.
So.
How about Mysterio making his full-time return?
Yeah, SmackDown
tomorrow
1000. Night. Yeah, we are recording on the Monday.
So yeah, it happens tomorrow night against...
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes. Against...
In a World Cup qualifier.
Yes. Was it United States of America Mora? Nakamerica? Is that what he calls himself?
I don't know.
United States of Nakamerica? Something like that. Anyways, that actually I think would be alright. And the whole World Cup thing, it's interesting. I like it.
Well, it's because it's supposed to, like, cultivate a crown jewel, which now I guess is definitely going on.
But it was kind of in jeopardy for a bit because I guess some journalist was murdered in Saudi Arabia, which is never a good time.
An American journalist, I think, too,
yes,
right?
Yeah. But WWE, I guess, confirmed today.
Well, and two, like...
I saw somebody actually...
Linda McMahon actually is part of the Senate or something, too.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of political stuff going on there where, you know, the only way that WWE won't do it is if it's a direct order from the president not to go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and from a public standpoint, WWE kind of has to... Yeah, because they have a family tie and a McMahon in the Senate, and, you know, like, it's It's a really tough situational.
Is it a Senate though, or is she in like
Yeah.
Bush, or is she in Trump's administration?
Which I think is like the Senate though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
How that works.
I legitimately read Senate part.
Okay.
So.
But anyways, yeah. So it looks like that's still going. I did see a tweet earlier from Vince McMahon, which clearly it was somebody like just took the Twitter thing and then wrote underneath it differently, saying that because of that we're not going to do Crown Jewel, but we're going to do the greatest Survivor Series in North Korea. And I thought that was hilarious.
Well,
kudos to whoever made that.
Apparently, there was a rumor going around that if they didn't do it in Saudi Arabia, they were just going to put it right in Manchester.
Yeah, just go to England. That would make sense.
And do it like a couple weeks later, and they said that actually might actually be a better decision to do England right now than Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I feel it'd be safer. Plus, you could actually put the women on the show.
With Saudi Arabia, though, it's a lot more money for WWE.
Well, they're getting hundreds of millions for these shows. One show, it's a couple $100 million. But no, I can understand how Manchester or England would make sense because you can actually get the women on the show at the same time.
Well, I mean, don't they have women matches on the Saudi show?
No.
Is there not?
No, you can't. Women just got the right to drive last time before they did Greatest Royal Rumble.
That is.
So, no comments.
Careful.
Man, no comments. But no, they're not allowed to. Apparently there was a lot of backlash because, no pun intended, because they showed a commercial at one point promoting one of their upcoming pay-per-views, but it had women in the thing and it showed them not completely covered. So it's
is Crown Jewel after Evolution?
Yeah.
Okay, because that would have been really funny if it was after. And they're just playing promos for the Evolution.
That would be really funny.
That would be hilarious.
Look at all these half-naked women!
No.
And they're all like, holy shit, this is not part of our religion!
Why is my turban sticking
This is McFucked up! I'm feeling really fucking McWeird!
My turban fell to the ground, I don't know why.
They get boners on their heads? That's fucking strange. I think we need to take you back to school and learn you how the biology works.
They're in the stands. Some people are more elevated than others.
That's hell of an elevation.
I'm just saying.
And you know what? Good for the Saudi people. Damn!
Why don't you think the women, they don't fuck around?
Because they get murdered?
Yeah.
But I mean, what do I know? I don't know. But yeah, fair enough.
Moving on. Yeah.
Do we want to go through Super Showdown results?
Yeah.
Oh, I better look that up. I probably should have done that preemptively.
I think we actually did talk about this.
No, because we talked about what we thought was going to happen, but it happened before last week's show.
Okay, then maybe we didn't. Maybe we just talked. Yeah, we just talked about it. We didn't actually mention it on here.
Super Showdown.
So, I mean, yeah, because we just talked about it. Yeah. Because it happened, the day of our MPW show?
Yeah, the morning of.
Yeah.
Okay, results. New Day of Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods defeated Cesaro and Sheamus. I was surprised. I thought this one they might have title change. To be completely honest.
I don't know. Part of me just assumes New Day's always going to go over because for whatever reason, they're the staple of tag wrestling nowadays, and I just don't get it.
Because we're not there. That's literally.
I just don't get it.
No, it's literally.
How are they so always on the title scene, but the Revival can never get a fucking chance?
Well, I don't know if it's...
Why can't even Gallows and Anderson get a fucking spot?
I don't know if it's completely appropriate comparing the Revival because of different brands, but the writing in general for tag division I feel is strange.
Yeah, but the Revival were there when New Day was on Raw.
Yeah,
they made their debut against them.
Yeah, I still understand. I think the Revival needs a good long title reign. But
I don't
they're kind of used as jobbers now, and I hate it.
I really am just tired of the same shtick.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on from Pancakes.
I enjoy it, but it's just because it's I can turn my brain off and watch it. Enjoy it. If they lost it, I would be okay with that.
To me, I just want to see something more. Why are you gonna take the Shield and throw the whole "Hey, is Ambrose turning" card on? But you'll never do that with New Day
because it'd be racist. I don't know.
Like I don't know.
Moving on.
At least make it a little bit more to the heart. Like, the more where you're like emotionally can get invested.
Charlotte defeated Becky Lynch by DQ, which the finish I liked.
Yeah.
She used used the title and basically slapped her with it to cause the DQ, but not enough to cause her pain. It's more of like a, take that.
Well, and then it set up a match they had at SmackDown last week, I believe.
Which Becky retained.
Yeah, I think she just walked out of the match.
Yeah. Well, still retaining.
Yeah.
Wins, bud. Lashley and Cena, who looked like Papa Cena with that fucking haircut, defeated Elias and Kevin Owens. The match was alright. It's just...
To me, it was
I knew exactly what was happening in this match, so I wasn't shocked at all.
To me, this is one of those matches where you knew Cena's only on there just because they needed the name.
Yeah. Which I was thoroughly enjoying. I think my favorite part was the promo before the match with Elias and Owens. And Owens saying that should have been held in Canada. I think that was great. I enjoyed that.
But at the same time, I don't know, I just saw like this definitely was a show that from top to bottom you can tell was, I don't want to say rushed, but they weren't.
They got 10 minutes for that match.
They weren't taking their time with stuff. They were making sure, because you saw it with the between the matches how it was just like right onto another match, which was nice.
Yeah.
But then you saw with the Miz and Daniel Bryan match that got screwed over.
Yeah. And then the first thing surprised was the Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, actually defeated Asuka and Naomi. I didn't think that would happen.
No, but didn't we say that if they were to win, they were going to beat Naomi? I'm pretty sure we pointed it out.
I think so,
like, So.
I just, Vince McMahon has a history of, hey, you're going to your hometown, you're going to lose.
Yeah, but did he actually book that card?
I have no idea.
Or, because...
Maybe it was Triple H.
It might have been.
And this is another one I thought was going to be different. AJ Styles defeated Samoa Joe by submission.
Man,
I thought it was going to come out differently.
Yeah, because they played up a knee injury for Samoa Joe.
Yep. Which I was actually, for probably half that match, not sure if it was actually legit or not. Like, he did a very good job selling it.
You probably watched my performance in Lost Bridge.
Yeah, you might have.
I mean, my knee did hurt.
Oh, you sold so hard you hurt it. The next match of Rousey and the Bellas versus Riot Squad.
That also kind of killed off that feud, eh?
Yeah.
The Joe and Styles now, because Styles is defending against the winner of the Daniel Bryan Miz match,
which we will get to.
Yeah.
But Rousey and the Bellas defeated Riot Squad, which it was there. It was what it was.
I didn't like the finish. I really didn't.
Then the Bellas turned on Rousey, which we gotta like. I don't know.
Yeah, but they turned on her in the next day at Raw.
Oh no, but we were told weeks ago. Like we found out weeks ago that it was gonna be Nikki versus Ronda, and it's like we've been waiting this whole time. It finally happens. We're like, yeah, we knew this was coming. Like, you guys did a terrible job of hiding that.
Well, you know what? I just don't like the way they're using Ronda Rousey.
I don't like the way they're using the Bellas. They go away and they come back and they show up as like, wow, we're faces, we're great, and they do heel stuff. And no, we're still faces, and great. Like, no one cares. Either come back or leave.
Just leave.
Just leave.
Because here's my thing: the Bellas.
The way you feel about New Day is the way I feel about the Bellas. I don't care.
No, because I feel the same way about Bellas, and I don't hate the New Day. What I just want is them.
Not on the title picture?
I just want them to evolve the group. Like, we saw them go from...
Go to Waffles!
We saw them go
French
from
toast.
that, like, those preachers at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then they evolved to guys who are having fun. And I'm like, maybe I just want them to turn heel and be a little bit more serious.
And promote, like, Whole Foods and going vegan.
No, but just, like... like becoming more of like an attitude and stuff like that. Maybe if they went like more of like, the way like the Nation like motto was.
We are the New Day.
I mean,
the New Day.
No, but you know what I mean? Like have a little bit more of a pissed off, like we hate their, I don't know, like something. Like evolve the group a little bit.
Well, fair enough.
But
next match.
But the Bellas suck balls.
Yes. Well, literally and figuratively.
Well, more so Brie than Nikki right now. Well, maybe
Nikki, you're sucking all the balls. We don't know.
I mean, Nikki is probably a whore.
Probably. Buddy Murphy defeated Cedric Alexander to become the new Cruiserweight champion in a match that I thought started off great, kind of got lackluster, then got great again. It had its ups and downs.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those matches I was talking about where it's like, you can tell they kind of rushed it because...
Because, yeah, that match was 10 and a half minutes.
Yeah, it's like, if this match was on 205 Live, they'd probably get 30.
Yeah.
But
it did what they needed to do. But yeah, started off hot, then got kind of stale a bit, and then they got hot again at the end. It was good. So congrats to him for becoming the champ, and suddenly now bringing something to the Alexa Bliss relationship.
What? Yeah, because now there's anyone from the Age of Alexander to the Buddy's Law.
Murphy's Law.
No, but I think
they call it Buddy's Law?
I thought they did, or maybe...
Murphy's Law would make more sense. Anything that can't go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, I like Murphy's Law. I have to check. We'll have to check into that, but I think it'd be Murphy's Law. It makes sense. Because that's what I say whenever my dog does anything. It's Murphy's Law. He does whatever the fuck he wants. Because he's a little asshole.
But maybe to Buddy's Law, because it's just different.
Yeah, fair enough. Next match is Shield versus Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre, which Ziggler took the pin, and
Ambrose got the win.
But Reigns and Rollins both consecutively, saved Ambrose and sacrificed themselves.
Well, Reigns also Superman
punched
Ambrose,
him early in the match, yeah. And then Strowman, Ziggler, and McIntyre got up on the three sides like the Shield does, and then Dean got up on the fourth side and teased him oh god, he's turning! But then he attacked. He
got the ring and then just did a drop kick to Braun.
And then
I don't like when he does that drop kick.
Onto his back. It does look a little lazy, doesn't it? Yeah. There's a lot of stuff he does that looks good.
Especially when he does it to bigger guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff he does that looks good, really good. But his drop kicks are... It's kind of like me doing a drop kick. It doesn't look that good. It looks out of place and probably shouldn't.
It's like what... It looks like Raunchy Joe's wrestling.
Out of place and probably shouldn't. Yeah. Fair enough. And then the second last match was Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, which was a whopping 2 minutes 25 seconds long.
I like the fact that the pin came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
But nobody gave a shit about it.
Well, nobody knew because everyone's like, wait, what? That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, they could have built it up a little bit more so that way you're actually think it's a false and they actually wins. So I liked it, as you said, but again, it came out of nowhere, and because the crowd's like, what the fuck just happened? I wasn't sure, and then they rang the bell, and I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's that. Which is funny, but yeah.
To me, it was just such a bad, it's not over when, and I don't mean the storyline, I mean it doesn't resonate with the fans when you have The Miz yelling at the referee, and it's quiet, but then they turn back and you just see Daniel Bryan going nuts about the yes, and nobody is doing it. It's quiet.
To be fair, it is an open dome there, so...
No, but you can still... They're panning back, and you're not seeing a single person do the yes.
Yeah. I have to watch that part again, but yeah, it had a weird feel to it.
It was awkward.
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
And why is Daniel Bryan going full Seahawks colors?
Because he's from Washington
I know,
State.
Still.
I don't know.
They're like Seattle Mariners.
He's the ultimate underdog. Literally, the ultimate underdog.
Yeah, but the Seahawks aren't underdogs. They're just a bad football team.
They're underdogs because they're never going to win. Main event. Triple H with Shawn Michaels defeated Undertaker with Kane. Yeah, it was exactly what I expected.
There's some botches in this match.
Oh, yeah, but this is exactly what I expected. It's a couple older guys doing
okay, but I don't expect them to botch a pedigree back body drop. That was totally on Triple H.
Yeah, whatever.
That was a bad botch on his end, though.
I was like, whatever. It's
that was not good.
Yeah, I didn't really. It is what it is. And then Kane and Undertaker attacked both of them afterwards, and now DX is back, and Shawn Michaels coming out of retirement to fight, and it's like,
what's really funny about when they got beat up after the match, though? Because they're doing
Shawn Michaels still sold more than all of them.
No, because to me it was Kane fucking stole this for me because it was funny. But they're doing the hands, and then they bring him back, and then you can see the clothesline, but then it's back into the tombstone. Or, I think he just brought him, Triple H was put right into the tombstone by the Taker, and then Kane just clotheslined Michaels, and then he looked over, saw the tombstone, and he kind of had this look of oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to do?
Whatever.
So, I don't know. To me, it was really funny because it just looked like Kane, like, fucked up and just like, huh, okay.
Yeah. And,
so the retired one is the only one who didn't box a spot in that match.
Michaels?
Yeah.
Also, KO after this, the next night on Raw, ended up getting written off due to knee surgery, so he could be gone as many as 4 to 8 months now, which sucks.
It all depends on how severe everything. What I think the surgery he ended, because I don't think he's had the surgery yet, but I think it all depends on how severe the surgery is.
Yeah. So I guess we'll have to wait and see for that.
But if it's 4 months, he should still be around for the Rumble. Pushing it.
Well, maybe he'll be back around for Mania anyways.
Yeah.
And then other news is Charlie Caruso gets a job with ESPN, but she's keeping her job with WWE. So good for her on that. Yeah, that's good. That's all I have to say about that, really. And
hey, follow out on Instagram. It's not a bad follow.
No, it's not a bad follow at all. And then the final thing I have is there's a lot of things going around for some reason. It's this random fad on social media I've seen the last couple days, predicting the final 4 Royal Rumble entrants. Like, I don't mean like last 4, like, 26 or 27 to 30. I mean like the final 4 in the ring at the end of it.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying The Rock's gonna come back and win the Rumble and face Roman Reigns. And then I'm hearing rumors that they are gonna do Shawn Michaels against AJ Styles. Which I don't want to see that match.
No, I want Shawn Michaels to stay retired. Not because I don't want to see him, because I think it would be cool to see him. But do we need to see him, Like, I just don't think we need it.
Well, even if he was to come back, like, okay, one, he doesn't need to do the crap with DX and Brothers of Destruction. No. I'd rather see him stay in the NXT thing and do it there and help those guys.
Yep.
Or help the guys on the main roster that actually need that.
Yep.
Like that rub. And then, so.
Yeah, I agree.
We also saw Bobby Lashley pretty much turn heel too, by the way.
Yeah, we did.
Him and Leo Rush.
Him and Leo Rush against Kevin Owens, which turned Kevin Owens face, which will bring him back a face, which would be nice. I don't know, so back to it. Who do you think the final 4 in the ring at the end of Rumble will be?
I'm going to assume that the winner of the Rumble is going to challenge for the Universal title.
You would assume, yeah.
Because wasn't the last couple SmackDown?
Nakamura was last year.
Yeah, but right before that was not Randy Orton?
Yep.
Which was SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So, my assumption is Raw will win the Rumble this year.
I'm going to predict the final 4 for me to be Rollins, Miz.
What about a final 3 of being the
Shield?
Yeah, what happens if Roman Reigns isn't champion by then?
Well,
what happens if Braun takes it?
There you go.
Your final 3 is the Shield members.
Huh?
Or this is like a giant play of making Dean your heel now.
Yeah. So I was thinking that it'd be Rollins, Miz, McIntyre, and Strowman. Ziggler would be gone.
See, like, McIntyre, I think, has a very solid chance of winning.
Yeah. Because he could definitely branch off from that. And
You know what? I'm actually going to throw Balor up there.
Okay.
Because I have.
But again, you can't count like guys like Mysterio. He could definitely, for the, it could be him again. But they won't do it. I don't know. There's many different directions. It's still too early.
I think my final 4, if I'm going to do 2 from Raw, 2 for SmackDown, I'll do McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Because I think something will be planted with Dean Ambrose. But I don't think it'll be a final one.
Okay.
And then for SmackDown, I'm going to say Miz and Daniel Bryan.
Okay. You don't think Daniel Bryan might win that, was it Crown Jewel? He could win the title?
No. I have a weird feeling that AJ is going to lose the title at Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Even though I would love to see him in the Royal Rumble.
I would actually like to see him either keep it till Mania and lose it there, or lose it, say Daniel Bryan, then he wins the Rumble and faces.
I just don't see...
have him win the Rumble, but surprise go to Raw.
Yeah, like, I think the next Superstar shakeup, you're going to see AJ go to Raw, and I think you'll see one of either Rollins or Reigns go to SmackDown.
Yeah. So, and again, you don't have to do 2 and 2, because, I did 3 and 1. Hell, you could do 4 and 0 if you really wanted.
Yeah.
But, I feel like you're going to have half of that trio of the heels and there, and then you'll have Rollins still there, and I think just The Miz. I'd be really okay with The Miz winning.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like where they're going to build to, and I just have a feeling that they're going to be really high on McIntyre in the new year. Because I can see McIntyre being a champion within the next 7 to 8 months.
You're thinking like the champion?
Yeah, like the Universal champion.
Okay.
So and I don't think they'll put SmackDown over for the Rumble again.
You never know, but you very well could be right. Honestly, it's one of those, like, I would like to say, yeah, they're not going to, but they've done some weird shit in the last
One thing I
couple years,
would love to see if the Undisputed Era isn't going to be in NXT at the end of the year. I would love to see NXT run wild on this Royal Rumble.
Have Adam Cole, baby, come back up again, and I could see him in again this year. Mm-hmm. I could see him in and then stay up.
But, like, I don't know, it'd be very interesting if, I
could see all 4 members in the Rumble. Throughout, like, different spots every...
what happens if they take out guys just so they can get in the Rumble?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
I don't know. Be interesting. But then again, what a guy like Aleister Black, or
what if say we could see all 4 of them taking out guys so Adam Cole maybe could get in.
Yeah.
Like they do like a kind of like what was it last year or the year before where they were beating guys down. Someone got beat down, then someone else took their was it Braun took their place or something like that. I can't.
They beat down Dillinger and Sammy took their spot.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah. I think that was last year.
That was last
one.
Year. Yeah. It's either that or Greatest Royal Rumble. I can't remember which one, but anyways.
No, it was a Royal Rumble. Because I remember like we were popping for the 10 again, and then
but I can actually see them doing that. Like you don't see it, you see the guy on the ground. Get some help, blah, 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 and you see the guy he's down there holding. But then as he rolls over, he rolls off the Undisputed Era shirt.
What I'm saying, because this would actually kind of be ironically funny. What happens if like a Drew McIntyre wins it, and then the first thing that happens is he gets beat down by the Undisputed Era?
That'd be sweet.
Because, remember that before?
Yeah.
It's exactly how Adam Cole debuted in NXT.
But I think if that's the case, you'd have Rollins win it. Because you have a face and bring them in as heels.
Yeah, but then you probably wouldn't do anything with the Dean Ambrose situation.
No, and that's true. So I think if that's the case, they'll probably do a face. Because although people love to cheer him, he's so good, he can get them to boo during matches.
Because it'd be a really funny concept of Adam Cole against Roman Reigns.
That would be.
You got a baby face who is just booed to hell, and then a heel who's cheered.
Yeah, to no end.
Like, it's hilarious.
Who I'm going to go on record and say he might be my favorite wrestler in WWE overall right now.
Who, Adam?
Yeah. And it's just, there's something about him. He just has that charisma. He has that, not to steal from Bobby Roode, he has that it factor. So, I don't know, there's something about him
Well, I think when he does stuff, it's fresh, it's different, it's not like the same.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to see if that resonates on the main roster.
And as you said, it did in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But that's just one. And that's a big event that people who are hardcore and watch everything would understand. You have those guys in, like, Peoria, Washington, or where the fuck, like Idaho, bumfuck.
But he does get those reactions.
He does.
And that's the thing.
And that's the thing, is that he's, I think, honestly, that good.
But will he get it consistently over the course?
What about a Balor almost wins, and during the Rumble, they're not in the Rumble, they just come and knock him out? I can see that. Balor versus Cole would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, but so would Roddy against Balor.
Any of them versus Balor would be sweet. because they've all worked together on the Indies. So yeah, that's.
I can kind of almost see an Undisputed Era New Day thing too.
That'd be sweet. That would be fresh, not for the title, just because. That'd be sweet.
It's probably going to be for the title.
Most likely. Now, would you do Roddy and O'Reilly, or would you do Fish and O'Reilly?
Unless you brought the Undisputed Era down with a draft, and then you bring Balor to SmackDown, and then you have the Balor Club with AJ, Gallows, and Anderson, and you do a 4-on-4 there.
That'd be sweet. Just do the club versus Undisputed Era, which would be awesome. Considering that Adam Cole, baby, at one point was part of the Bullet Club. Yeah. And
but not
also because Fish and O'Reilly.
But not a part with any of those guys. No,
you're right. No.
He took over after AJ.
Yeah.
Or he was in after AJ.
Yeah, he was.
AJ was the last out of those 4, I believe.
Well, AJ and then Gallows and Anderson all kind of left at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But they debuted first, I believe. Oh, no, they debuted right after Mania.
Yeah, right after Mania, when we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it would also be funny because, I mean, you have Fish and O'Reilly, who were Red Dragon, who fought against a bunch of the guys from Bullet Club. Roddy, he just fought against all of them. So I could definitely see that. That'd be sweet. There'd be some good matches there. That gets me excited. I want that to happen. Fuck, let that happen.
You know that won't happen now.
No, I know that won't happen, but that'd be sweet.
But it could happen on WWE 2K19, which is officially out now.
Yeah, I probably won't get it. I'll be honest. Honestly, when it comes to video games, there are a select few, and I tried to get into 18.
Yeah, but I think
with
this one, there's so much you can do now. Like with some of the packs, like I think now, like you can have you can get Ricochet, you can get a lot of stuff like that in. Now, with 18, it came out and then things were upcoming, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, well, and didn't the Young Bucks do work for the game?
Probably, they always seem to.
But
it's kind of like how Joe did work for the game for years. Now he's with the company.
Well, so did Adam Pearce.
Yeah.
And Cabana.
Yeah.
And Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Who never actually worked for WWF.
What?
Christopher Daniels. He was never hired by them.
No, he did work for them as Los Conquistadors. But
but that wasn't really
Yeah.
He was never signed to a full
No.
deal. Yeah. Speaking of SCU, new Ring of Honor Tag Champs.
You're a dick.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I was holding off to watch Glory by Honor as soon as I got home tomorrow. Well, I don't need to watch the tag match.
Yeah, you know the rules.
SCU.
If you don't tell me anything's a no-go.
Fair enough, yeah. I didn't think we'd bring it up, but yeah. SCU. That's cool. I like
you brought... technically, I guess this whole thing brought up Daniel, so...
Yeah, whatever. As long I haven't seen it yet, and that's the thing. I'm actually one of the.
The ironic thing is that's the only thing I remember out of the spoilers.
Oh, there you go. I'm part of the Honor Club. I got the year-long pass to be able to watch online, but they don't bring it up until a week after. So, within the next couple of days, hopefully it should be up. But because it was on, was it Friday or Saturday? I think it's Friday. It might not be up till this Friday. So it's a pain in the ass trying to fucking just wait to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I had to work nights this weekend, so I couldn't fucking watch it. Bullshit. Yeah, that's all I got, bud.
Did you actually have to work in the night?
I actually did, yeah.
There's no Nintendo going on.
No. There's been no kibosh with that because other crews got too.
It's kind of like the Fortnite curse for the Canucks.
Yeah, people got too relaxed and then they had to come down upon it. And it pissed me off because it's not my fault. I'm suffering because of other people's stupidity, as is the fucking story.
Okay, Snitsky. It's not my fault.
Yeah. Most people at work right now are pissing me off. But I mean, what else is new, right?
Yeah, well, I won't say that next one. So
anyways, that's all I got. Where are you going to cut up?
Well, can we just talk about Crown Jewel right now? The matches?
Oh, I don't fucking want to find.
Because it actually doesn't look that bad.
Yeah. Well, let's see. What is it now? The 15th? We got a couple weeks before it comes out.
I think it's the 2nd of November, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the 15th right now, so we got a couple weeks.
So, but as of right now, we got a triple threat for the Universal title, Reigns against Strowman and Lesnar.
That'll be alright.
You got the SmackDown Championship match between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles.
Yeah. And then the old school DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah. And then you'll have whatever the finals is to that World Cup.
Are they doing that, the whole thing there, or is it just...
No, because there's qualifying matches. Like,
well, no, but is it going to be like 8 men all at once and one in the ring at once?
No.
How's it work?
Because I think they're doing literally like a tournament, and then the finals are probably going to be...
Oh, so the next few weeks, it's probably starting... Because I know that the 4 people are set. It's Cena, Angle, who is Los Conquistador, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then who else?
Jeff Hardy advanced.
Jeff Hardy.
And then, like I said, Rey Nakamura is a World Cup qualifier.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'm going to assume Rey Mysterio will win that one.
Yeah. I thought there was another one. I know that they have Ziggler. I want to say Ziggler and Rollins.
Whatever it is tonight, yeah.
Yeah, like the tag champs of Ziggler and McIntyre are facing Ambrose and Rollins, and there's 2 separate qualifiers there. So I think there's going to be 4 SmackDown, 4 Raw, and then they'll battle it out.
And then they'll probably, next week or the week after, they'll do, matches to set it up, and, yeah. That makes sense, I guess. But I kind of like it. I mean, I know WWE's not set up this way, but I kind of like it to have them actually do the matches at the show.
Yeah.
So it's actually like a World Cup in one day thing. But I think some of those guys, a la Cena, probably couldn't do that physically.
Well, physically he probably could. I think legally he probably can't.
Legally?
If he's making movies, they don't want him getting hurt during shooting.
True, fair enough.
That's why Rock barely can do anything during WrestleMania, because he's always filming a movie.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why he didn't take a bump in Super Showdown, because he's filming a movie.
Rock was at Super Showdown?
No, Cena was.
Cena, right, sorry. Yes. That fucking dad haircut kept him from getting hurt. Jesus Christ. Plus a thinning spot in the back of the head, that old crown spot there. It's anyways,
it's not his crown jewel.
No, it's not. I think we should do a more in-depth crown jewel once it gets closer.
Well,
but
more stuff will get announced.
Well, absolutely.
Too, so we'll do a prediction one the week before.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we can also predict how awesome we're going to be at our show.
Well, I mean, SOS 100 will be right after, so.
Exactly. See? People out there are happy for SOS 100.
All 4 cars in the lot that we're in.
All 4 of them. Super pumped. But anyways, that's all I got. What do you got coming up?
I'll be in Lethbridge this weekend as Sydney Steele and I, for one night only, will reunite as the One World Empire to take on the Adult Social Society. So, yes.
WWE is taking on the ass.
Or it's an ass-o match.
Just don't owe them your ass.
No, we'll ask them our O.
Ooh.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm gonna continue partying.
And then, yeah.
I'll actually be in Calgary this Thursday for a black tie event, and I am most definitely bringing the title with me. It's gonna be nice.
Are you gonna wear the title as a tie?
No, I don't want to die.
You could have put like the tie on the title. You should have a little mini tie on the title, maybe. Like a title corsage.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm down. Yeah, it's a black tie event. It's gonna be a real fancy to do. I have to actually wear a nice 4-piece tux. So I'm definitely bringing that with me. It's gonna be a good time.
So I know you're gonna like that.
I actually do like dressing up. I really do. It's actually the what we wore for the wedding. Exact same brand, exact same stuff, just all black and white. I'm gonna look nice.
Is it a white suit?
No, all black. Black suit with the white shirt, and I have to wear a bow tie, which that's the only thing I don't really like because I don't like bow ties, but I don't have much of a choice.
Like a real one or a clip-on?
No, a real one. I have to learn how to tie it and everything. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but whatever.
I'll just get them to do it and then just...
Yeah, loosen a bit, yeah.
It's like I do with regular ties.
Pretty much, that's what I do too, yeah.
Even though I do know how to tie a tie, just not good ones.
Kind of know.
I
know enough to pass it.
I know how to tie it one way.
I think it's a double Windsor is what I know how to tie.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
No. But anyways, so that's where I'll be this Thursday. So when this comes out, if you hear it, you have to be in Calgary.
I'm not a good Boy Scout because I can only tie a knot in one way.
Yeah, I'm not a good Boy Scout either. All the people that I tie up usually get away. But anyways, this comes out Thursday. You want to holler at me if you're in Calgary, say hi. I can be persuaded to, meet up for alcoholic beverages. Maybe.
And if you're not in Calgary, well, congratulations. Calgary sucks.
I know. I'm going to be by far the best dressed and best looking one there. And I mean all of Calgary is what I mean.
Yeah, cows.
Fucking Cowtown.
The reason why they call it Cowtown isn't because they love cowboys. It's because of the people there look like cows.
I'm going to fit in nicely. The king of the cows.
King of Moo.
King Moo.
Mookin.
Moo. Anyways.
Mookin' and you know it.
Exactly. Make sure you check out all of our stuff. It's in the link or the description below.
Which hopefully is accurate
Backbreaker Media.
Week.
Yeah. WhatAmaneuver.net, PowerSlam.tv, and BackbreakerMedia.pipshare.com.
Can we just
check out all this stuff?
Can we just say right now for his thing, we're not calling it the Connor McPodcast episode. It's just called the McPodcast.
Number 97, the McPodcast episode?
Yeah, McPodcast. The McPodcast.
What about the McRonick? We can call it Connor McRonick. Big podcast first, whatever.
Jeremy McThurton. Those are the 397s we named.
That's true.
But the fucking podcast.
Yeah. The
That
McPodcast, yeah. I like it.
The effing McPodcast. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we just hit 70 minutes. So, that'll do it for episode 97 of The Sounds of Struggle. I am Chris Parrish.
I am Mick Meniac.
And
McNiac?
together we are McTag Struggle.
We are McReal.
And we are a little bit of Mick.
Spectacular, alright.
Later, McBitches.